Hi, I'm Kai Griego, and this is the Scrambled Eggs podcast. And here we have Matthew Duclos, and a guest appearance, Nate and Selmo Brion the third, actually.
It's a pleasure.
Wow. So,
Happy to be here.
Your first appearance on the show, how did you hear of us?
Well, you guys are my buddies, and I like to support you. And I checked out Scrambled Eggs. It looks fun, and y'all needed a guest, so I volunteered. I'm happy. Just having a good talk with my friends.
That's really
sounds fun.
That's
wholesome.
sick. That's really wholesome. That's something I can get down with.
Mm-hmm.
I could dig it with that shovel. It's so deep. I could dig it with a shovel, to be honest. And that's just the type of person that you are.
I love to keep it real.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Basically, before we get into today's topics, I just want to say recently, I've been running cross country. It's been pretty fun. Actually placed third in my most recent race.
Congrats! I saw that.
I know. Thanks for coming, guys. You guys were there.
You were rushing in.
I know. I was bringing it in.
We were on the sidelines cheering him on. And he did a great job.
Yeah. So now the next season is track, and then just get back to school. Get those AP tests coming up in a couple months. Yeah. So what's going on with you, Matthew?
Just grinding.
Matt's a working man. He pays taxes. I respect him.
Honestly, if you guys know me, it's the same, but I'm just doing a lot more. I'm working, trying to make videos. I heard
on your extreme explorations, you got a bunch more views recently.
Yeah, I actually got a lot, a new audience. Not I guess more views too, but a new set of people have even joined my Discord. I wasn't expecting people to join that.
That's nice.
In the future, I was just using that Discord so we can trade information, so we could go to new places.
Well, that's really cool. That's good to hear about. Yeah, proud of you for being successful. You'll probably get there one day. And Nate, so what's been going on in your daily life recently?
Nothing much. A lot of chilling, a lot of grilling, this and that. I've been, school. We got college. We go to the same college, Matt and I.
Oh, what college do you guys go to?
It's the city. It's the Cuyamaca College. It's the community. Community college.
I hear you've been taking a jazz class.
Oh yeah, we well, how that played out was we needed a credit for, it was a credit we needed to transfer, and so we were gonna take rock, but we decided on jazz because I'm a big fan of the genre, and we just did it together, and it's been a blast. I'll tell you.
That's good. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, to get into today's topic, we're talking about conspiracy theories, and the first note that we have here is the Mandela effect. Did you want to go into what the Mandela effect is?
Actually, I think you should, Nate, because you mentioned Nelson Mandela.
Oh,
yeah.
I did mention Nelson Mandela, who was he was the president of Africa, I believe, or a country in Africa. He was and there was everyone thought he died in prison, or no, he was everyone thought he died in prison, but he didn't. He actually died several years after prison, and so that was a big thing. He was a big guy, and everyone thought he died, and he didn't. So the effect got named after him, where it's you think something's a certain way, but it's different, and it surprises a lot of people. It's
isn't it common with big groups of people that think the same thing?
Yeah.
So one example, I thought you mentioned it earlier, the Berenstain Bears.
The Berenstain Bears. It's a kid's cartoon. They got books and everything, and everyone thinks it's Berenstein, where it's EIN, but it's actually Berenstain with an A. So, and that one surprised me because I grew up watching that show. I had a good old time watching that show.
Yeah.
I don't read, so I don't know.
No, it was a cartoon.
It's a cartoon, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the Berenstain. Yeah, I actually didn't know that. I wasn't really associated with that show, but that's really cool. That's really nice.
What you guys know any of the effects?
Yeah, do you know any of the further effects of the Mandela effect?
Yeah. So I know all the newer versions, not the older ones.
Oh yeah, I'm not too familiar with the newer versions. Can you please enlighten me?
Sure. So the newer ones are I guess you would say what's that? Sorry. Like a song lyric from what's that dude that made Bohemian Rhapsody?
The Queen.
Queen. He made the song "We Are the Champions," right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the song, sorry, he says, "We are the champions of the world." That's what everyone thinks the lyrics is.
Yeah.
But he just ends by saying, "We are the champions," and doesn't finish the lyrics. So people are like, "What?"
Wait, I actually heard it. I thought he does say of the world.
Yeah.
Does he say it like at least once, like in the song?
He says it every time except the
For the
last
end.
one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But I feel like that's a mental trick. That's why I'm on the edge, because like people want to say it. That's why they believe.
Yeah, that's like.
Well, I have that song. Like I have that song on. I bought it like with the iTunes card, and I thought he said that. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's actually that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
In my popular opinion.
But I think the craziest one that like spooked everyone out is the Star Wars film. You know that scene where Darth Vader says,
Wait, which-
"I,"
Which Star Wars film?
One of them. I don't know. He says, "I am your father," you know?
Yeah.
And then Luke's all like, "No!"
Oh yeah. Okay. That's,
Yeah,
that's iconic.
he never said, "I am your father."
He never said that.
He says, he said something else.
What did he
let
say?
me look it up. He never said. He never said,
I.
"I am your father."
He says, "Luke, I'm your father."
He never says that.
That's been a thing.
Well, he said.
forever.
Yeah, he said he probably. Is it like something in that sentence that he says different?
Yeah, it has to be something.
It's
within
something.
the
It's
sentence.
something different. But he never said, "I'm your father."
What?
Like, Luke, you are my son.
Wait, what movie what was it? I know there's like a trilogy.
It has to be episode 4. Episode 4, A New Hope.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he never says, "Luke, I am your father."
Does he just say, "I am your father"?
He just says,
Oh,
"No, I am your father."
I am your. Oh yeah, so he says, "I'm your father."
Yeah, but people think he says, "Luke, I am your father."
Luke, I am your
But you know what's the why it's the craziest one? The actor himself, he thinks he's even said it himself.
Really?
He thought he said
The actor?
Luke. Yeah.
Wow.
That's why it's one of the craziest Mandela effects, because he's like, "What? I said, Luke, I am your father. I don't remember saying, no, I am your father."
Did someone edit like the video or something?
No, like, it's, you know. That's why, like, how is it the person who even said it, the person who spoke the words?
Yeah, that is weird.
I guess it's just like that convincing mob mentality. If so many people say it, you just think that it happens.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
but
interesting. Wow. Yeah, I feel like I heard that one before, but yeah, wow, I didn't know that.
within the Star Wars area, there's also more Mandela effects. You would,
C-3PO.
Yeah, C-3PO. Like, everyone thinks he's like all gold. He's
Yeah.
like not all gold. He has like silver everywhere.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that before. Like,
But
yeah,
like people like think he's, but yeah,
the reason I think he is part of him is silver is because he used to be all silver, but like I think he got like his parts replaced or something like that.
but before that, I think he was a different color.
Yeah, I think he was like brown or something, or like bronze.
Yeah, I'm seeing pictures. He was just like a tinted gold.
Oh, yeah. It's because a lot of times in the series he gets like broken up. He's like put in.
Yeah, and then
put
later in the
pieces.
series he gets like a red arm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I see a picture. He has
A red arm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you know if the C-3PO actor is still alive today?
Really?
I don't think is he still alive?
I mean, you said he was.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, when did those came out in like? When did the
70s?
original? Yeah, the 70s.
Oh, it did? I thought it was like early 2000s.
Oh,
For what?
It's that old?
yeah, it's the 70s.
Star Wars?
Star
The
Wars.
first episode.
Original trilogies.
I mean, oh, they did really well then.
Oh, yeah. Then the first, like, episode 1, 2, and 3, that came out in like early 2000s. And then the episode 6 and up came out in, recent times. Like 2010s after that and stuff. But yeah, so that's really interesting. Do you have any more Mandela effect examples? Because I'm not too familiar in the topic.
Well, there's just simple other ones like Curious George. He doesn't have a tail. People think he had a tail. What else?
Wait, why doesn't he have a tail?
Because he's
a chimp.
a chimp. They don't have tails.
Wait, he's not a monkey?
No.
Chimps are what? Chimps are apes. They're like great apes.
Didn't you guys learn about that in
He doesn't
like
look
your
like a
college
bird.
class?
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
anthropology. That was. that class was something, man. I'll tell you. All those monkey videos, they really
sold it to
they
you.
really did a number on me. I've seen monkeys every. Well, what are some other Mandela effects that you know?
So one of them, I'm looking them up. The Flintstones.
Oh, the Flintstones. What's a bullet about the Flintstones?
Well, apparently it's the Flintstones, which makes more sense.
Flint?
Yeah, Flint.
Okay, oh, Flintstone, yeah.
But like people are like
Oh.
Flintstones, you know, that's how they sing it.
Oh.
So people are like, where did that T come from?
that makes sense.
You said that you think it's, like, sometimes you think it's, like, information being leaked from other universe or other, like,
Well,
dimension.
not leaked. Like, I don't know like who like made that claim, but people are saying like we switch dimensions or like something, like a crack in the dimension that like changes things, you know,
I've heard of that.
or like because it's something so similar, it just changes. That's all I got out of it.
I've heard people talk about like cracks in the dimension. Like they're driving and suddenly like they get to like they're in their hometown that they recognize,
Mhm.
but everything is like slightly different. You know what I mean? Like there's the same building locations, but the people are like, you know, who
Mhm.
are you? Like I think there was this one lady I saw like a YouTube video, and she had like divorced her husband or something, but in this like anti-reality, like she was still together with her husband, and she was like wondering why he was home still.
Really?
I know, right? And it was kind of interesting. Or maybe it was the other way around. But eventually, when she like left the town, like everything was just back to normal, and she went back, and then like it was like normal again. Yeah, it's just really interesting how people can like slip in and out of dimensions, or if like that's even real.
Well, if that was real, there's no way to like comprehend it, so it would make sense.
Yeah, I mean like unless aliens are like goofing with us or something like that, if they have like a dimension machine.
She probably got probed. Anyways, let me just name a few of them, and let's just go to another topic.
Okay.
So another one is Jiffy, you know, the peanut butter
The
brand.
peanut butter.
Oh, that guy.
It's just Jif, huh?
It's Jif.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I actually never even knew that was just Jif.
I think it's Jiffy.
There's one Looney Tunes. People think it's tunes with like 2 O's instead of like tunes as in TUNES.
Oh.
I always knew it was tunes, like TUNES.
Yeah.
Like that's how you spell, like, because I watched the show. I remember it was always like that. So I could debunk that myself.
Oh.
I think people are just
Goofy.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be 2 O's just because it's a cartoon, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, when I think of the intro, I think of like they put a big emphasis on the
Double O's.
double O's.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I
I
kind
also
of
thought Porky Pig did the outros, not Bugs Bunny.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but I guess either one sometimes. Well, he's the one that says like that's all, folks, right?
Who Porky?
That's all,
Porky
folks.
Pig. He's
Yeah.
all like that's all, folks.
Yeah, that's schmuck.
Okay, before I move on from the Mandela effect, on TikTok there's this thing where you get like, I forgot what brand camera is, this specific like old camera that's supposed to be like from the old dimension we're supposed to be in.
What?
And then like when you hover it over like one of the Mandela effects, like let's say the Bernsteins,
Yeah.
like it'll change back to like what it used to be.
What?
I don't know how it was probably editing,
Yeah.
but it looks really cool.
That's really interesting.
Like, because they go on the camera and like it'll view like, or if you view over Curious George, the tail will come back.
What?
Like, I mean, that was on it was like a TikTok trend, so it was probably fake.
I mean,
but
if it's on
that was
TikTok,
pretty cool.
I think I can pretty much deduct, you know. What,
I mean, a lot of people are getting their source of information on TikTok.
I
now.
know, isn't that kind of weird?
I mean, it's not bad, but it's also bad. You know?
Like
there's
I
some
wouldn't
good people on
I wouldn't
TikTok.
rely on TikTok. Have you seen that one TikTok edit where it's like it's a brand, it's like a regular person and like a regular area. Like there's this guy who takes like a frame, but he like puts his face through it, but like it turns all like hyper colors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
It's really interesting. It's kind of like, you know, like strobe lights.
strobe lights.
Like you know how it's like, you know how people have like an epilepsy effect before something,
Mhm.
or like epilepsy warning.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that where the screen like is all strobe lighting, but like then animation is involved and it looks really interesting.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, But there's also something where someone does like a if you see an Attack on Titan, some guy's just walking and then he has like a strobe light effect and then like there's like a Titan that appears and it's like chasing him. But it looks like it's actually in his environment. It's really cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you have any more Mandela effects?
The other ones are lame.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's that one with Burger King?
Yeah, what's that one?
I didn't want to mention it because it's really stupid.
What's that one with Burger King?
People believe that the Burger King logo was straight because it's actually, you know how it's tilted? Like, I'll show you the picture.
Aw.
Wait, so what is it?
Wait a minute.
Wait, is it straight? It's straight?
It's straight.
It's not curved?
It's not curved.
Wait, it's actually straight?
Yeah.
No way.
What?
Well,
Wait, why does the font look like that? It looks all goofy.
No, this is the right font. Someone edited
You
that.
should give the camera a look.
Oh yeah, show him a look. Isn't that like
I'll just edit it in there.
Isn't that like the Pringles logo is the one that's curved?
I mean,
Pringles.
You know the Pringles?
that's
I'm pretty sure Pringles are curved.
I've had a couple Pringles myself. I actually remember what was it, maybe like a year or two ago, we did a Pringles barbecue chip review.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I actually never posted that video. I still have the content.
It's in the archives, buddy, you know.
It's in the Vatican archives right now, and it's still yet to be used. But yeah, so those are the Mandela effects. I mean, really an interesting occurrence. I feel like I feel like the Mandela effect is kind of like not as supernatural as some may like associate it with, because it's really, if in like retrospect, just like a bunch of people who think something was one thing, but it actually wasn't in reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess you could say that about like if like one person just believed that, then like it's obviously not a Mandela effect, but it's like that to that same degree of like believing something that actually wasn't like real.
Just on a larger scale, yeah.
Just on a larger scale, if you were to scale it out in pounds. That's just my personal opinion. So our next topic.
Before we get to that, let's get to our commercial.
Oh, are we running out of time right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to start our commercial, guys, so watch that.
All right, commercial break, I guess.
All right, guys, so we're back from our commercial. Yeah, so we went to McDonald's and then we flew to actually Canada. We actually got
Wait,
3 tickets out there, you know.
so we went to Mickey D's?
Yeah, Mickey D's in Canada.
Mickey D's?
Yeah.
Drop a comment what you think of Mickey D's.
Wait, so drop a like if you think Mickey D's.
Yes.
Wait, I had a quick question. When we went to Mickey D's, right, you asked the cashier, like, oh, where can we put these?
I did.
And I was just wondering what the cashier said in response to where you could put them.
That's a difficult question to answer.
They didn't understand. Like, I kept repeating, where can I put these?
Like, how would you answer that?
How would I answer that? Me personally?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I might have messed up the mic. Me personally, how I would answer that is I would say, if someone came up to me and said, where can I put these? I would have to say right under there. That's
right under there.
Right under there. I don't know where else to put them except under there.
That's actually really interesting because I was thinking the exact same thing, to put it right under there.
That is excellent.
Sometimes there's a follow-up question, but it's just not coming to mind right now.
Well, you know, that's okay.
Yeah, we'll think about it another time.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that's right. So the next topic that we had in mind was Michael Jackson. It says here in my notes.
I love this there. Let me get into it.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm not really familiar on it. Could you
Michael Jackson's
get into it?
Not dead. That's the theory.
Well, so that's the Okay.
Okay, this conspiracy theory, everyone has every right to think it's fake, but you're only saying it's fake because you just don't know, you know? You don't have the information to say it's real.
Okay.
I think they're just too scared to try to believe it, you know? They're just too lazy to, like, dive deep and find information like, you know, true people are trying to do. But basically, this is the theory. Everyone knows how Michael Jackson died. He died because his doctor gave him some sleeping drafts and he
did?
Overdosed.
I thought he just overdosed on drugs, just like regular, illegal drugs.
They weren't illegal. He was in the doctor's office giving...
They were prescribed.
They were prescribed to him. And they were sleeping inducing something. And that's how he died. But that's already a red flag there. Like, how are you gonna die in a doctor's care under sleeping meds, you know? Like, that's really weird. Anyways, but this is where the conspiracy comes into play. There's Michael Jackson's like one of the famous people. Like, obviously he was like in our area, like in like this is like, you know, LA. Like everyone has a camera. Everyone was trying to get on him with a video. So everything was live about his life.
Yeah.
Like there's this one video of him like hovering his baby over a balcony.
Hovering his baby over a balcony?
Yeah, I think I showed you.
Yeah, it was a baby.
He was acting like a crackhead. He's like, woo!
I mean, honestly, I found that video kind of sketchy because he like his hair was over his face and he was hiding his face.
Yeah, he was being really
like
sus.
But that just makes me think that it's like some impersonator or some
impersonator.
Yeah,
it could be an impersonator, right?
Because like, why Michael Jackson? He's famous. Like, if a video of him hovering a baby over a balcony would go like that would be more viral.
Was he just holding it over the balcony?
He was like showing off.
I mean, that's true. Could be an impersonator, but if that was actually Michael Jackson, that wouldn't be far from it. You know, from like the things he's been doing.
Like, what has he been doing?
Like, there's been like not conspiracies. What do you call it?
Stories, like personal accounts.
What do you call it when some accusations? There you go. That he's been doing stuff to like other women. Kind of like a Bill Cosby thing.
Oh.
You know, so he already had his own... He was already sliding into deeper places.
I actually heard about that. There's a documentary called Return to Neverland, I believe. And
that sounds scary.
That was actually in reference to, I think he built like a theme park. Like a Michael Jackson theme park with the money that he made. Mm-hmm. For like a bunch of kids and stuff like that.
Oh.
But I also heard that he was like... There's like some people who had like stories of him like... I think it's called grooming kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, like people would just let their kids go into his house.
Yeah,
like there would be kids up in his house, and he don't even know where the kids came from.
Or like the kids just like sleeping with him. And
yeah,
you know what's interesting? I heard this one story. He asked this one kid like, oh, you know, why don't we just like take a nap together? But they had to go through like a bunch of security doors to get to his room.
Just take a nap together?
I know, it's really interesting. I mean, I think I heard of that. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that was in the documentary or podcasting of Return to Neverland. But I thought it was just really weird why he's hanging out with kids anyway.
I mean, he's saying we love the world, we love the children.
You know, people say that he like, you know, where his skin got whiter. They say it's because of a skin condition that he had. He had to get this like surgery or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think like... that border between, you know, Black Michael and White Michael, if I may.
If you may.
That border, like he started going into, you know, going into some weird areas.
Started getting weird.
Yeah.
If you want to get into Michael, like everything about him was fake. Like he altered his voice. His voice isn't really his. Like he kind of cheated.
Alter your voice?
He, I think he tightened his like wind box so he could sing his ridiculously high pitched notes, you know.
Oh wow.
You know when he like sings really high.
Yeah.
He just has like a high voice.
Yeah.
Like you can't just do that, you know. Like as a guy, like with, you know, maybe like when he was a kid it was different because he had a high pitched voice because he was really young and small.
Yeah.
But like when he's older, I guess he wanted to keep that, and that was the only way.
Wow.
But that's like a surgical procedure. It's like really expensive. But a lot of singers don't do it because, you know...
That's just changing your whole...
It's not natural, you know? Like, yeah. You're not going to be you.
You're just getting a little crazy with it. I feel like he... I don't know why he got so crazy. Because, like, pre-White Michael, like, when he was in his black era...
Yeah.
I don't understand... Like, he was so cool.
Well, I mean, I don't think he was, like, as he seemed. Because he wasn't really a singer to, like, begin... Like, he didn't... I don't think he... started being a singer because he found like it was in his heart to sing. Like,
why do you think he
like? Because I know his like family forced him to be in a band and stuff like that. That's how he started.
Oh, with the Jackson 5. I thought that band was so awesome.
Yeah, it was really. I mean, I understand why his family wanted him to start that. Like,
because he's good.
They're good, but like I don't think it was their idea to like actually start a band and be out in fame like that.
Yeah, like I wonder how like the story that we don't know what happened? Because I heard that like he changed his skin color and got all crazy and stuff because like his like dad was abusive to him or something like that.
Yeah, but it's like every black dad. My bad.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna just beep this whole entire part. I said that's very sad.
Yeah.
But what's the conspiracy behind his death?
Oh yeah. So what is the actual conspiracy part?
Okay, this is gonna sound very crazy to you guys. It sounded crazy to him when I showed him a long time ago.
That was pretty crazy.
But this is actually like, it's not like someone like faked this. Like this was live. Like everyone was seeing this, and it was on the news. Yeah. So, Michael Jackson, when he was in the ambulance, they brought him to a helicopter, and then they were like transporting him everywhere, and then everyone was following him, like the news, like helicopters just following him live. And so when they went into like the morgue, like the car, like he's already dead, they went into this tunnel and they closed the gate because they realized there's people behind, so they had to close it. And then they saw someone get out the back, and then they're just hiding their face. And then they went into like this door.
What?
And he showed me the footage of that. No.
Like it's entirely like it's live. It's not like someone just faked Michael Jackson getting up after death.
And it looks, it looks like Michael, like his.
Yeah, it
his
looks
hair.
like him. Like it could look like someone faked it, but the reason why it's real because it's live. Like that's.
Yeah.
And other proof is that it was on the news everywhere, and there's this controversy in like, because you know how the news, they just want money through the stories. They were trying to like buy that information so they can get credit for it,
What?
And so these German people, they got credit for that video.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, that's just another controversy. But the fact is that he got out of the car and into the tunnel. People are like, that could have been something else. That could have just been an officer in the back. But it's like, it's a morgue van. Like, you're not back there. You're not supposed to be back there.
Like the words were on it, the words.
Yeah, like, it's not an ambulance where you're with the patient. They're dead. You're not back there. They're concealed, like, in their thing. Yeah, and someone just decided to walk out the back.
Wait, could you pull up that video?
You want to see right now?
Yeah. Could you edit that in?
Yeah, I was like while I'm showing you guys.
Yeah.
Will there be like copyright issues? I don't know how that
copyright
works.
issues?
With that YouTube video now.
That's actually so interesting.
YouTube.
I haven't seen that before. I'm imagining like a medieval.
Like when I show you, you're probably gonna think it's fake right away. Wait, what are you talking about?
Medieval.
That's just what I was wondering. I actually heard of this kind of related to Michael Jackson. Like, if he's still alive. There's also the one story. There's how those people have like accounts of like, oh, they've been to like heaven or hell or something. I think there's like this one video of this one African or Hispanic lady talking about how she's been to hell, and like when she was like visiting or something, like she said that she saw like Michael Jackson in hell or something like that.
She saw Michael. What when did she go to hell? Was she like unconscious?
I don't know. It's just like people have like near death experiences or something like that. And stuff like that. People
you
say.
Can say anything. You can say anything.
I mean, some people. I don't know. Some people believe it. Some people don't. There's some people like in real life that they'll have like a near death experience, and like everybody always like goes to like a similar like kind of process of like they're about to die, but they're in this like nirvana state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like people always like share their. I think there's a seminar for people who like share their stories of like what did you see, like what did you experience, like what were you thinking at that moment. It's really interesting. You said you pulled up the video.
Yeah.
So this is after his ambulance is coming.
No, this is the coroner.
Oh, this is the dead person guy.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So he gets out the morgue.
Wait, so who was that? So that the people think that was Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? How old is he? Well, how old would he be now?
I mean, he's not alive now.
Oh, why not?
Well, when was he born? I don't know. If he lived a while, he would be alive.
I mean, he had a lot of issues. It's possible he's still alive, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's dead. I just know that he didn't die there. That's what I'm saying.
That's really interesting.
I mean, he had every right. Like he had so much money. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, how rich was he?
Really rich. Like he had the money to like disappear. Like I think he did.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like how like. Do you know what his net worth was?
No.
Oh, because I heard that he had like like his house was like the size of like a small town or something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Dude, like how big was his house? Like, and he had like bunches of different rooms and everything like that.
Yeah. And
kept the keys.
another thing is that his chimp went missing.
His chimp? Oh yeah, what's his chimp's name? Bubbles.
Yeah.
Bubbles the chimp.
So
that's a part. Well, that's just part of the same conspiracy. Like, how does his possessions just go missing?
Did it die?
It's
or
not.
something?
He
No.
took it with him.
It disappeared when he died.
Wait, did?
So did a lot of other
He
things.
took it to Neverland with him.
Did people assassinate him or something like that? Like were people
The
trying to
chimp?
kill him?
Bubbles?
Michael Jackson?
Oh.
Well, I mean, nah, probably not. But it's just the fact that I think he did it because he covered his death, in my opinion, because there's so many issues going around him. Like, he was like going to become like the next Bill Cosby, no doubt.
Well, really?
Yeah.
How come he was so weird? Like, what happened to him?
I don't know. Like, he really changed. Like, obviously, like, he was a great musician, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, he started to do things that like were kind of
Like super sus?
not in line. And I think that like it would have gone too far at one point.
Do you think like all that power and money is just getting to his head and stuff like that? Kind of like Elvis Presley?
I mean, I don't know how it's like to be famous.
Didn't they say Elvis died on his toilet?
Yeah, I heard about that. He died pooping or
How do
something.
you, well, what?
Yeah.
Didn't he have constipation or something?
Well, if that played a factor in his death, I mean, if he died on the toilet, he might have had a little problem.
Imagine your poop like blowing up inside your insides.
Might have
That'd
a bit
be
of
so
implosion, a little implosion going on. And
Wait, so Bubbles the monkey, right? Was it a chimp or?
Yeah,
there's a picture of him with it. It's like he's like holding like a kid, it's like wrapped around.
Did he have any actual kids? Like Michael Jackson?
I don't know.
Did he even have like a wife at all? Or?
He probably got married a few times, right?
Yeah, he had a wife.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Let's move on to a different topic.
Wait, I had a quick question though.
Oh.
You said you wanted to get a chimp in your near future?
I mean, yeah, a chimp is cool. You know, you could like.
We share 98% of our DNA with them, right?
Don't we share 99% with bananas? Alright, sorry. Go with what you're saying.
Yeah, you could just. It's like a pet, but like an extra like. Just like more fun because like you could like do more things with it, you know.
Like what? What could you do with that?
Like you could like catch with it. You could like teach it to do like a few like things.
Double
Like
tricks.
Like it could even probably like cook for himself, you know.
Whoa.
They're pretty smart.
Yeah, they're basically humans.
Have you seen that video of the chimp accepting the pizza delivery order?
Mm-hmm.
That is so awesome. And he's in a full clothing with like shoes and everything.
Like I'd rather have a chimp than a dog barking at a mailman.
Yeah, you'd rather have a chimp. Chimps are strong. You seen the buff chimp? I know you've seen the buff chimp.
Yeah. Yeah, like see if your house is like a burglar, you got a chimp in there.
Aren't they called like bonobos? The bonobo monkeys?
Bonobos
are different. They're a different breed.
Oh, aren't they? Would you get that as a pet? They look kind of scary.
No, they're probably
they're chill. They're chilling.
Probably like sleep to death.
They
what?
You know,
they're.
Well, I don't know if I should say that here. About the bonobos.
Wait, what?
Wait, next, what's going on? Let's keep it going. We got this momentum.
I don't understand what happened with the bonobos, though. I was just wondering.
Because we don't have enough time. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
We're running out of.
So essentially, our next topic is Area 51,
Skip
UFOs. Huh?
Or if it's just a big place for you to...
It's another topic.
Yeah.
I think we should do something smaller.
Okay. Would you like to?
Maybe,
I don't know if we can do that one right there, but honestly, I would.
Let's talk about Hitler.
So
Hitler is in the notes for today, the topics.
he's actually. I think he's dead, right? Well, what's a conspiracy?
Oh, yeah. With the conspiracy about he's dead, but the conspiracy about how he died.
Yeah, like how he died. So I watched this documentary, and then I tried to I did my own research just to confirm that what the documentary is saying was actually real.
Yeah.
And basically the conspiracy is that he didn't kill himself.
He didn't shoot himself within his bunker.
No, just imagine you're in war with somebody, and then they're losing, right? And then they're like, "Oh, our leader died," and then they don't even have the body. Are you gonna believe them?
Yeah.
Exactly. So the Germans, they're the ones who announced that he killed himself. I don't just imagine Germans back then they were this,
The Nazi party.
Dominating group of people.
The Nazi party.
And they're just gonna randomly say he killed himself at that moment, and they don't even have a body to prove it, and no one's found it. And then randomly, when we're in heat with the Russians, they have the body, and then they won't give us the whole body. They give us dental records.
Yeah, I actually was learning about that in my history class. My history teacher was saying that there's a bunch of different conspiracies, he went to Argentina or something like that.
Well, I think those conspiracy theories, they're probably fake. But
yeah.
That's not what I think is truly real. I think how he died, I think he just covered up his death. He could have literally just got two random people that, a guy and a girl, and then killed them and say that was them. They don't even need to look alike. The Germans could just lie.
I think it was his wife there too. I think she killed herself.
Yeah, that's why too.
Mistress.
Yeah.
His mistress. I heard that he killed himself just because he was being surrounded on all fronts by the Russians.
And the Russians, they would have took it. They would have
the Allied forces.
Yeah.
I think the Allied forces. My history teacher was saying that the Allied forces, the U.S., they're actually saying that we'll let Russia take this over because they're right there, and kind of invaded you guys. And I heard that from what the Russians said, that they found outside of his bunker, the skeleton bones kind of outside the bunker.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a stream nearby, and some of the Russian guys they just kicked some of it into the stream, and they just didn't confirm who it was, and they couldn't find Hitler inside. But I think in reality, the communists at the time, they had taken Hitler's bones and just didn't tell America, just because in times of war we were allies, but still kind of trying to cause disruptions within the U.S. democracy, because they just didn't like the capitalist style of life.
That's true, but
that's why they didn't.
Weren't they in a pact with each other anyways?
They were in a pact and agreement, because the Russians in the beginning of the war, they weren't opposed to the Germans. They were actually on their side.
Mm-hmm.
But when Germany started invading them, that's when they, I think, switched sides and started attacking them back. And I think one of the major turning points was the Battle of Stalingrad, if you know that one.
Isn't that where the Russians started killing killing their livestock and all that?
Yeah, that's because they started killing everything and burning everything just to kind of close off Germans supplies like that, because it was one of the worst winters in Russian history while Germany was trying to attack them, which is really huge coincidence. I know, right? One of the worst winters. But I believe that's what our history teacher told us, that the Russians, they actually found Hitler's bones and they had it in the back of a museum. They just didn't tell anybody for the longest time, because someone eventually, I think recently, a couple of years ago, found his bones in the back of the museum, and they tested for DNA, and it resembled Hitler's DNA or something. I'm not sure how they find DNA stuff like that, but that's just what my history teacher said. and that's what like actually happened to Hitler.
Mr. Brew?
Yeah, Mr. Brew.
Yeah, Mr. Brew, he got into that. He dove into the conspiracies.
Yeah, he dove into that.
Well, the reason why I think he didn't die there is because how his right-hand man, I forgot his name, Hitler's right-hand man, like the only person he trusted.
Yeah.
He was the last person to see Hitler, and he was the first person to to flee. So like, why did he meet up with Hitler? Then he immediately left, and then they were announced dead. You know, it doesn't make sense.
So he died
unless
too?
he killed him. Well, they found him later. They found him in a different country hiding.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
He actually fled from the army. Like,
Oh, yeah. I think they searched all, like, the Nazis. I forgot what it was called, like, Nazi hunters. And, like, they put them on, like, the Nuremberg trials, I believe. Is that what they're called?
I don't know.
Is they just to, like, persecute them for, like, the war crimes they had committed?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like after that, I think like the Nazis, you know how people are saying they're trying to go to Antarctica and stuff like that, weird stuff like that. I think it's kind of true. I think they're trying to do something, but it wasn't getting them anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it was a perfect cover up, you know.
I think that's an interesting.
He wasn't an ethical guy. Like he killed 6 million people of a population. So I mean, if he's faking his death, like that's completely within his area.
Yeah, within this area. Yeah.
So I wonder where he put those though, Hitler.
Yeah, where did he put those?
Well, guys,
Wait, I had another
We're
question.
coming to a close.
Wait, is your brother texting you?
Yeah.
Oh, do you need to go home or something?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, might have to have another commercial break up here soon.
No, we have to end the podcast.
What? How long has it been?
It's almost in an hour.
Really? Well, what was our last couple podcasts then?
An hour.
It was an hour, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You wanted them to be 30 minutes.
I mean, like, I don't know. I thought it was really
We're
interesting.
having some good talks.
I like those conspiracies. I mean, that's a lot of good stuff. Do you think next time you would get into more of like this stuff? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. I think that's really interesting, yeah. Those are some good conspiracies. You know, debunked a couple. Got into some depths.
I think we got to
Wait,
the
which
bottom
one to
of
be
this.
debunked?
We debunked the Hitler one.
That's not debunked, bro.
And the Michael Jackson one.
We got to the bottom of the Michael.
The Mandela effect.
Jackson
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, we got to the bottom of that one.
Yeah.
The Mandela effect. That's more of like an effect than a theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more of like an effect. That's what I was thinking. Because of the Mandela, like Mandela Nelson.
You know,
Wasn't he the president of Kenya?
he was like the president of South.
Of Africa?
Yeah.
The continent?
That's a big
You could
continent.
be. Well, we got the president of
How would he rule
North
all that?
America. Well, I want to say that it's been an honor to be here. I've had a great time talking with these guys. We debunked. We got to the bottom. We went under there, and
Wait, you said under there? Wait, I was just wondering what you said.
Well, guys, this is Scrambled Eggs. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.